of the week on 23 ABC, Friday Night Live. Brought to you by Kern Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Live. It's our final FNL of the season. We're in the heart of playoffs with 6 Kern County teams still vying for a section title. With the exception of Golden Valley, all these teams were playing here in town. We have highlights from all of the games, so let's get right to it. First, Liberty. The Patriots looking to lock up their spot in the final for the second straight year. Just before the half, Patriots already up 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love airing it out here, finds Luke Fringer for the huge catch, but the offense would stall out, and this field goal goes in as the half comes to an end. Liberty up 17-0. Second half, Quincy Jaunty took over. They're going to love him at Sacramento State next year. 50-yard touchdown here puts this game out of reach. But look at this. On the ensuing kickoff, Bullard fumbles the ball. The Patriots recover the ball. Next play, it's Jaunty again after the Patriots celebrate. It's Jaunty again. Hits the pile there, bounce to the outside, and he would find his way all along that sideline. They take him down at the 1, but he would punch it in on the next one. Liberty cruises in this one through the semis. They're on to the section title game for the second year in a row. They're in the Division I final. How about Division II? Ridgeview hoping to repeat as Central Section champs. Lawrence White, he's already committed to play at Iowa State. Here he is airing it out to Jamar Moya. That's the first passing play of the game, and Moya would take it to the house. Look at the legs on Moya. Ridgeview up 7-0, about as early as you can be. Later on in that quarter, it is White. This time, he's going to keep it himself, and look at the legs on White, pushing the blockers every which way. He's got the moves on the sideline. White pushes it in for the second touchdown of the game, and then White showing he can do it on defense too. Here he is with the interception, and the Ridgeview are just rolling in this one. White on the play action, the pump fake. Here he is finding Jalen Prevost. 21-0. We're still in the first quarter, and then on the ensuing kickoff, they muff the punt. Ridgeview picks it up, and then White will punch it in. They were up 49-0 at halftime. They will look to repeat as Division II champions. Well, the 10-win Titans up there in Chavez, they're hosting their semifinal game, looking to get to the final, and things looked good for them. Here's Clemente Montez punching in the score in the third quarter. That would put the Titans back in front. A couple drives later, Ashanti Ross is picked off here by Hugo Martinez. Martinez with a couple nice yardage there afterwards. And then Chavez keeping the pedal down. Damian Avila, he punches it in a few plays later. And who is the happiest guy in the stands? We found him. It's the Chavez band director. Look at the moves on him. Titans would go for the 2-point conversion. They take a 28-17 lead here. But get this, Washington Union would storm back late in the fourth quarter, and they win this one. The Titans' great season comes to an end in the semis. Well, how about the other Delano teams still in it? We're featuring the Thunderbirds next, but first, let's get to the action. Felipe Sandoval, here he is airing it out, finds Daniel Flores for the huge completion. Flores dancing on the sidelines before he was finally taken down inside the 10. A couple plays later, they give it to big Eddie Carlson. He's a nose tackle, hits the pile, bounces to the outside. Look at the legs on the nose tackle. The big fella punches it in. He runs in the second touchdown of the game, and then look at this just weird play. Kennedy's kick is high. Omar Sacker comes down with it. Thunderbirds touchdown, right? Refs say no. They give it back to California City. Not sure why, but it wouldn't matter in the end. They put a hurting on California City, and they move on with a chance to win back-to-back Valley titles. Well, Golden Valley, they're a 13 seed, hoping to keep their magical run alive. Sorry, a 12 seed. Hanford 1 win away from the D3 title game. Bullpups up 13-0 late in the second quarter. Golden Valley going for it on fourth down. Tyler Waters' pass is incomplete. Turnover on downs. Well, later in that game, Bullpups ensuing possession. In fact, the defense jumps up a free play. Everyone stops except Ryan Johnson. He airs it out to Juwani Hughes. That's a touchdown. Bullpups add the 2-point conversion, 21-0 Hanford. And then Golden Valley, another offensive possession, but the Bullpups with the sack. Hanford gets the ball back again. Johnson airs it out to Hughes here. That's going to be another Hanford touchdown, and the Bullpups led 28-0 at the half. Hanford is on to defend their D3 title with a 42-14 win. Well, 6 Kern County teams entered, but as you saw, only 3 move on to the finals next week. So still to come with the season coming to an end. Players and coaches are forced to say goodbye, but what happens when it's the final goodbye? We have the story of one coach's incredible journey through football next. It's Friday Night Live. Back after this.
November, you were invited to watch 23 ABC, and you did. Nashville, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, the CMAs, Dancing with the Stars, and the AMAs. And keep watching for more big shows, only on 23 ABC.
There's a place where hard work is king, where people punch in early and leave late. And so is it any surprise that when a true hero is born, that they come from a place like this? Ram salutes the heroes of the Hunger Games.
Watch The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, now playing in theaters. And hurry in for the Ram Black Friday Blockbuster Sales Event. Ends November 30th.
Get 0% APR for 75 months for up to $10,287 in total values on the 2015 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
If you give thanks for a better night's sleep, Sleep Train has just the ticket. Through Thanksgiving weekend at Sleep Train, get 3 free gifts with selected mattress sets. Save up to $300 on Beautyrest, Posturepedic, Serta, even Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get up to 4 years interest-free financing. But Sleep Train's Thanksgiving sale ends Sunday.
Sleep Train, your ticket to a better night's sleep.
We know you wait all year for those Black Friday deals, but at Three-Way Chevrolet Cadillac, the wait is over. We're giving you Black Friday deals all month long, like 0% APR for 72 months on all 2015 Silverado 1500s, or receive up to $6,500 in total savings on the 2015 Silverado Light Duty All-Star Crew Cab. Take advantage of huge discounts on the cars and trucks you've been waiting all year for during the Black Friday sale going on all month long at Three-Way Chevrolet Cadillac, your hometown dealership.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. Semifinals underway tonight. 6 Kern County teams entered, but only 3 move on. Division I Liberty moves on to the final. Ridgeview absolutely dominant in their game. They move on for a chance to repeat as Central Section champs, and Kennedy moves on as well in Division VI. But as we come to the end of this football season, a number of players and coaches are forced to say goodbye to football. For seniors, this is it. For many, it's their final game of putting the pads on, but for coaches, there's always next season. But for some coaches, they're saying goodbye for good. And in the case of one Kennedy coach, he's having to say goodbye to something that's defined who he is.
How does someone become an expert?
Run your feet, there you go.
If you ask the staff at Kennedy High School, they'll tell you to follow Coach Brown.
The knowledge that he brings to the table is massive.
And it should be massive. After all, he's been around the game since 1965.
Football has defined me. It's who I am, you know, I'm Coach Brown.
But before he became Coach Brown, he was Steve Brown, a hard-hitting All-American linebacker for Oregon State who is in the school's Hall of Fame as the all-time leading tackler and still holds the single-season tackle record in the Pac-12.
Use your hands, come on, use your hands.
And his old-school approach to the game as a player translates to his approach to coaching.
Honesty, honor, those words mean something to me, and I think when I teach, when I coach, I try to make them mean something to my players.
And as high as his expectations are for his players,
catch the ball, Cappy, bud, let's go!
It's his generosity that has forged a bond.
He's bought shirts for the whole team, not just one guy or this guy. He buys for the whole team, and he's done it again this year.
Graduates say Brown is the first person they see when they return, and current players feel the same connection.
I love him, and he's a great coach, the best I ever had.
For the past 50 years, every football season, Player Brown or Coach Brown has walked onto a football field. But entering this season, he and his family decided this would be his final goodbye.
I didn't know why I was feeling so, almost like I was a player again, like I wanted to put the pads on and go play. And I think it's because I realize I'm coming to the end of it.
With every game, he comes closer to the end. So last Friday, he spoke to the players and asked that he go out as a Valley champion.
It was an inspirational speech, like, oh man, we gotta win this now. Do it for Brown, do it for Brown.
And that speech motivated the players to a come-from-behind win, but also one step closer, so when he walks off the field for the final time.
And
thinking of what to say when that moment finally comes.
The
words can't be found.
With him,
So while coaches may still joke with him,
Back in the day when you and Jim Thorpe shared the Jim Thorpe.
they're just trying to find a way to give the proper send-off to a man who has given so much.
He's going to be missed at this school and just in the Valley in general. Everybody knows Steve Brown.
And we don't know if there was another inspirational speech that was given before tonight's game, but Kennedy does move on, so Coach Brown gets at least another chance to coach, doing something that he loves. And although Coach Brown is already in the Oregon State Hall of Fame, he's one of 76 players who made the final cut to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. The announcement for that 2016 class will be made January 8th in Scottsdale, Arizona, the weekend of the College Football National Championship. We wish the best of luck to Coach Brown in that induction for sure. Well, still to come, the semifinals may be over. That means we're 1 week away from finding out who will be crowned Central Section champion. Find out who is playing who next on Friday Night Live. Back after this.
Fan L, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Together we have something special.
It's big. It's really big. It's the big Black Friday sales event at Bakersfield Hyundai. Get our biggest savings of the year on our biggest inventory ever. 200 Hyundais with huge Black Friday discounts. Accents, Sonatas, Santa Fe's, they're all priced to move. New Elantras, just $15,900. New Sonatas, just $18,900. Plus, get 0% financing. Get to Bakersfield Hyundai today.
Later tonight on Nightline, the dangerous extremes people are going to for their 6 seconds of viral fame. And the online design mecca that'll show you how to make your home look like $1 million.
Hi, I'm Scott Rivera of the Scott Rivera.
I'm Willie Bragmore, top producing real estate agent west of the North Pole.
Over the last 15 years, I've helped thousands of people sell their homes for top dollar by pricing.
Sold more homes and bridges than anyone, ever.
By pricing them correctly right from the start.
Home pricing? Easy.
Actually, to maximize what you make, pricing it takes skill and should not be left up to chance.
Wait, you don't use a wheel?
Nope, no wheel. When you're ready to sell, I'm ready to help.
Hi, I'm here with Daniel Rodriguez, one of California's leading plaintiffs' attorneys and founder of Rodriguez & Associates. Daniel, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me on, Krista.
You know, one of the main questions I get asked is, how do I go about finding the right attorney? What do you tell people?
Probably the most important thing is connection. And by that I mean, is the lawyer really listening to what you're saying? Is the lawyer really appreciating the place that you're coming from? If so, then both the lawyer and yourself are in the best position to help you and him win the case.
If any of our viewers want to contact you, how can they do so?
Sure, they can call us at 661-323-1400, or they can go to our webpage, which is rodriguezlaw.net.
Daniel, thank you so much for being here today on Legal Minute.
Welcome back to our final Friday Night Live of the season. It's hard to believe that the season has gone so quickly. We've been able to tell you some incredible stories throughout the weeks, and we appreciate you for watching us. And tonight, 6 Kern County teams entered into the semifinals, but only 3 move on to play next week with a chance at a Central Section title. We start in Division I first. Liberty hoping to get another crack at that division championship title that they lost last year. This time, today they were hosting Boulder. They absolutely took care of business. Jordan Love, Quincy Jonty leading the troops tonight, and they will move on to play Clovis. That is the Cougars. They put the stomp down on Clovis North there in Division I. How about Division II? Ridgeview, they're looking to repeat as Valley champions. Remember, they won it last year under head coach Dennis Manning. Lawrence White, Jamar Moya, Amir Knox, Jalen Prevost. The list goes on and on for playmakers over there playing for the Wolfpack, and they absolutely cruised today, 56-16 over Sunnyside. They move on to play Lemoore. Lemoore absolutely squeaked by there against Sanger there, 13-15. And then in Division III, Golden Valley looking to keep their Cinderella story alive. They were looking to make it to the finals as a 13 seed. Unfortunately for them, they fall to Hanford. The Bull Pups beat the Bulldogs there. And Tulare Western falls to San Joaquin Memorial 35-26. Well, we want to show you once again those matchups that will take place next week. We're going to bring you all the coverage of these games. Clovis will be hosting Liberty in the section title game. Liberty may be looking to avenge the fact that they didn't get that #1 seed. Remember, we were talking about that when we first came in. The Patriots thought they did enough to get that #1 seed. Instead, they're going to have to travel to Clovis to get it done on the road to win the Valley Championship. Well, Division II, Ridgeview, they're 12-0 now. I'll say it again, they're 12-0. Unbelievable season, and that explosive offense that we saw tonight. Lawrence White, Jamar Moya, once again, Jalen Prevost, they were up 28-0 in the first quarter with like 4 minutes to go, and then 49-0 at halftime. They're going to look to continue that high-powered offense next week. They're hosting Lemoore, once again looking to repeat as Valley champs. The only other Kern County team that is still fighting, that's in Division 6. Kennedy will host Avenal. Coach Brown will have at least one more game left, and they too will look to finish back-to-back seasons with a section title. And once again, that'll do it for us here tonight on Friday Night Live. We want to say thank you to everyone working behind the scenes. Alex back there in the booth, Viviana on production, Jessica and Helen for being our producers, and Noe and Ramiro for being our photogs. And once again, thank you for watching us. Until next season, I'm Stephen Hicks. Have a great night.